Greetings, community. It's Kevin of Entropy and Comics, and I'm here to bring you another edition of this week's signed books. Now, if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you being here. And if you're wondering what this show's all about, well, I can explain. This is only my second week, and the idea behind for me getting my book signed is, well, I like to attach stories to the stories. So when I meet these artists, these creators, I really like not necessarily just asking them about how they came up with this particular concept or an idea, but sometimes how are they feeling about it, or how are they feeling about the day? How was their journey to the shop? So by doing so, I end up getting a lot of neat stories. And to me, that's what means a lot, is the stories behind the stories. Sometimes it's directly linked, sometimes it's indirectly linked. But before I continue, I want to address the chat and to start it off. Well, hey, Mike, I appreciate you being here, buddy. And Las Cruces, as always, I can't believe you got beat. Dude, Mike got here first. Doesn't matter who got here first. I just appreciate you being here. And especially Christina, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're healing well. And I appreciate you dancing with me today over in this show. But Rat, dude, sorry I missed you over at LA Comic Con, man. I'm hoping that at some point you and I can meet up and you know, because we live in such close vicinity, we got to figure something out. I'm saying, Cap, dude, I appreciate you being here. I hope all is doing well on the home front and on the the dock, the ship, all that kind of stuff. You man, appreciate you being here, buddy. Yo, such a lovely bag, Joe. Appreciate your sevens. All right, so hey, check this out. Let's do this thing. And this is what I mean by I have some books that I would love to show you. I live in a vicinity in which that luckily it's so close to so many artists, creators, individuals of sorts in which that I not only read and admire, but are fortunate enough to bump into at times. So to even make my point, first, these are the books I got signed this week. Starting off with the 1 in 25. And you'll notice that there's two signatures. One signature is from Jackson. I'm reading the wrong book. One is from Jackson Kelly, Jackson Lansing, and the other one is Colin Kelly. Now you'll notice that this signature like this is something that it's kind of like their thing because they've known each other since college. They've had the fortune to be able to co-write together and so many books. They've kind of had this set way of signing all of their books, and you'll notice it. There's a pattern as I show you this week's signed books. Got two. And you see what I mean? They have this way of just having this co-sign thing together where they just have this set way. So as I went to the event, I got there roughly 10 minutes early, and they're running roughly 10 minutes late. And luckily, I got to speak with the workers of the facility and the owner. And while I was there, who walks in but Karina Bechko? So she signed my book. So I was just talking to her and telling her how much I enjoyed the first issue and how much she was telling me how much she appreciated. I went to the first signing event, and I was making mention that I thought it was rather unique on how she was telling the story and how the story was progressing generation-wise. But the situations were relatively similar. However, through generations and technology and so forth, different. In walks the two gentlemen who are there to do their signing event, Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly. So Jackson sits down, Colin sits down. They're talking to the owner. I'm just listening. About 5 minutes go by. I now am finished speaking with Karina. And now we're both standing there to have stuff signed. They recognized me off the bat and said hello. I told them, please don't have some type of order written up. I am not stalking them. The reply to that was, hey, we don't hold it against you if you have good taste. So I ended up bringing to them just the books that were released that day, which was Thunderbolts. In the past, I've seen them so often and actually spent time at a party over at Revenge. So this is for you there, Hack. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, Hack, dude. I appreciate you being here, buddy. Hood Rat, this is for you, buddy. Over in Eagle Rock, Revenge of Comics and Pinball. Check it out, dude. So there we had a party, and there at the party, all these creators came, and I was hanging out with these guys for over an hour, just shooting the shit. They signed all my books, and I got a bunch of inside information. Also from there, I knew, and on the inside of information, where they were going next and the releases that were coming, which I knew was going to happen anyways. I just didn't know for certain exact dates. There I ended up finding out. Getting to the modern day time. So I was just there Wednesday at the signing event, and as I'm getting my stuff signed and as the owner is talking to them, we luckily were able to mold the conversation into the direction of what is supposed to transpire as far as the marketing ideas. It's pretty much exclusively we were talking about Marvel, but we know that this idea, this model is going to carry over into DC. And this is kind of what I'm saying about the stories behind the stories. Is sometimes, even though I did want to know about the Thunderbolts, I did want to know how it's going to reflect towards the movie. I did want to know how it came to be that. Oh my God, sorry. That this cover had changed, meaning right there, originally, she wasn't wearing a symbiote suit. All right, so Black Widow was originally just showing her regular body, but there they decided to go with the symbiote suit and then do this as a variant. And even these guys didn't know it until I was kind of telling them how that happened. So they were telling me, because I gave them inside information on what was supposed to happen, that for Marvel, the idea of next year, 2024's model is this. Now, everybody, please. This is like an E.F. Hutton type moment. No more full-length ongoing series are going to be entertained for the year of 2024 and to the foreseeable future until otherwise notified. So in the offices over at Marvel, and what's my understanding is going to be carrying over into DC, is that other than what's already pre-existing as an ongoing series will no longer be entertained as an ongoing series. So meaning, yes, your Daredevil, yes, your Spider-Man, yes, your Hulk, and so forth. These things will carry on as ongoing series. However, other things that will come out, let's say like a Black Cat or other lesser carrying characters that can carry a full-length series, are only going to give 4-issue miniseries. So reeling it back, knowing that these gentlemen actually purposely wrote this miniseries as 4 individual one-shots. And this is the model in which that Marvel is actually really particularly enjoying. Because if anything happens that turns out to be a good seller, they're going to put that in a vault of possibilities, particulars in which that they want to pull for down the road to do either another 4-issue mini to see the support for it, or to do something as an ongoing series when they have the ability to do so and are integrated into an ongoing series already pre-existing, if that makes sense. So the only thing that is at this point possibly being entertained as an ongoing series for Marvel for the year of 2024 is Spider-Boy. Now, as it stands right now, with the conversation I have with Dan Slott and with all the information I was receiving from these gentlemen, it works as such. The first 4 issues will be okayed, with the results of the first 2 issues to be pending and a possible to the deep of the 3rd issue to then give the okay for issue 5 and 6 to be released. The idea is they wanted a minimum initially of 12 issues to be released for Spider-Boy to test the waters to see if it had the ability to be an ongoing series. If not, they're going to do something like kind of like what they did with Strange Academy and break it down to basically 3 volumes of 6 issues of um, your arcs, and then see where the results are from there, and then do 4 to 6 issue miniseries for Spider Boy, and that would be exclusively for that. Being that Dan Slott got the exclusive signing again to Marvel, that's the only reason why they're entertaining these ideas. So that was pretty much a lot of the inside information which that I got while there. As far as the actual results transpire, all that stuff, as far as what I got as stories that I also find dear to my heart, well, I got to hang out with the guys again. After teasing them a little bit because they're a little bit late and thanking them extensively from the last time in which I saw them, we sat and just kind of not only reminiscing of what little we knew of one another, but what we thought was going to transpire in some of the coming issues. They actually did tell me everything that's going to happen in all 4 issues. And I actually had to stop them. I go, dude, I usually like this. I was telling guys, I usually like this kind of information, but you're almost ruining it for me now because I now have everything. So, hey, that's just kind of, I guess, a lesson learned. 1, remember, always be careful to meet your heroes. And 2, remember, be careful what you ask for and what you wish for, because you might get it. And hey, that was pretty much it for me. Entropy. To all of us that are here, to all of us that enjoyed the books that I showed, to all people that decide to cruise on in on the Aftermath, I appreciate it. Again, I truly do. And that is it from me. Entropy. You stay well.